I expect there to be energy in this room today. We have a lot to be thankful for, and you have a lot to celebrate this morning. And I guess by the time I'm finished with my remarks, I've been able to put that in better context for everybody who's gathered here. It is a great pleasure and honor to be with you today as we celebrate a significant milestone in your academic journey. Let me begin by congratulating each and every one of you who has been awarded the Taiwanese scholarship. This is not only a recognition of your hard work and academic excellence, but also a testament to your ambition, potential, and commitment to shaping a brighter future for yourself, for your family, and for your country. This scholarship program is a symbol of the strong and enduring partnership between St. Lucia and the government and people of Taiwan. It is a partnership built on mutual respect, shared values, and a joint commitment to education, innovation, and development. Taiwan's world-class universities and its vibrant society offer you an exceptional opportunity to grow academically, culturally, and to also grow personally. As you prepare to embark on this exciting journey, I encourage you to go beyond the classroom. Engage fully in your new environment. Learn from the people you meet. Share your own culture proudly and with open arms. In doing so, you will not only grow as individuals, you will also serve as ambassadors of St. Lucia, helping to deepen the friendship and understanding between our two nations. I want to thank the government of Taiwan and its Ministry of Education for their continued generosity and support. Your investment in our young people is an investment in a shared future of innovation, peace, and prosperity. To our awardees, go forward with curiosity, courage, and compassion. Represent us well and return with knowledge, experience, and ideas that will help shape our nation's future. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we will be cheering you on every step of the way. Let me say that you are extremely fortunate. Some persons would prefer me saying you're extremely blessed to have received a scholarship today. Every year at the Ministry of Education, we receive hundreds of applications for scholarships across programs, across countries. And I've said before, and it has become almost cliche when I address scholarship recipients, the most disconcerting part for me is when you have to explain to a child, a young person who would have met the requirements, and tell them you were not successful because of limited space. Not because they did not meet the entry requirements, but because we can only take a certain number across programs. So for the hundreds who would have applied wanting to pursue higher education in Taiwan, some are at home this morning despondent, dejected, and even sad. You have been chosen. You have been given a tremendous opportunity for self-development. You have been given an opportunity to raise the profile of your family. You've been given an opportunity to raise the profile and to enhance the image of your communities. And you have been given an opportunity to make a telling and profound contribution to the development of St. Lucia. Do not take this scholarship opportunity lightly. Nobody owes you any scholarship. You are not entitled. It is a competitive process. And in some cases, for the ICDF scholarships, you are competing with students from countries that have diplomatic relations with Taiwan. They too are applying for the very scholarship that you were pursuing. And you have been successful. Take it seriously. Make the most of it. It is not your property to do whatever you want with. When you hop on this aircraft and you land in Taiwan, you have an ambassadorial responsibility that comes with whatever scholastic pursuits that you are after. You cannot say anything that comes to mind in the public space. You cannot dress, or your deportment cannot be one that reflects St. Lucia badly. Every spoken word, every action in Taiwan is a reflection of 180,000 people in St. Lucia. And this morning I want to implore you to represent our country well. The Ministry of Education, and by extension the government of St. Lucia, through Ambassador Lewis's office in Taiwan, will not hesitate to recall students who are giving St. Lucia a bad rap or a bad name in Taiwan. Your primary focus and your primary responsibility is to go into Taiwan, get an education, become a better person, so that you can return to make a meaningful contribution to national development. But we understand in the process that you will encounter persons from different cultures, not only Taiwanese, but people from different countries who would have embarked on a similar journey to yours to study in Taiwan. Make friends, broaden your horizon, ensure that you have a network that will serve you in good stead long after you've left Taiwan. But critically, and very importantly, whatever you do, you must do it with dignity, national pride, and respect for yourself and respect for the people of Taiwan. There are many who would have gone before you, who would have excelled, and who did very well to establish a very good reputation for St. Lucia in Taiwan. You have to build on that. Do not let your disposition in Taiwan begin to create doubt in the minds of the people of Taiwan, because you are at variance with what would have been established before you actually set foot in the people's country. There are going to be times when it will be exceedingly painful, it will be rough, and you must ask yourself at some juncture of that journey, did I make a right decision to leave the comfort of home in pursuit of an education? If you're a student and you never ask yourself that on foreign soil, something is fundamentally wrong. And for those of us who have studied away from St. Lucia, I can tell you it can be a very, very painful experience at times. You miss home, you miss your families, and in some cases, some of you miss your boyfriends and your little girlfriends, and somebody will send you a text and tell you, boy, I just see your girl down the road with another fella, and you have to call the ambassador and fake a belly. Then you want to tell us you're not well, you don't think you can continue, and that is where the others come into play. You have to be sources of support and inspiration for each other, especially when you are out there in a faraway country in pursuit of something that will make you a better individual. So rely on each other for support. Rely on each other for strength. And as I said, there will be days when, boy, you really want to give up. But it's easier for you today. Video calls, WhatsApp calls. When some of us studied, we didn't have that. You had to buy a phone card and push that. I'm not that old, you know. You have to push a card into a machine and to call home. Sometimes for $20, you only get 3 minutes. But we were able to survive. You have so much going for you. And this is not just a ceremony where we celebrate your achievement, but this is rooted very deeply in a deliberate program, a deliberate initiative at the Ministry of Education, where we have a conviction and a belief that there can be one university graduate in every household in St. Lucia. And that is why today, as a government, as a Ministry of Education, we are busy in every corner of this globe looking for scholarship opportunities for young St. Lucians who have a desire and an ambition to pursue higher education. The socio-economic circumstances at home for a lot of you here is such that your parents, your guardians, or even you in your individual capacities, you cannot face a bank to take a loan for $100,000, $200,000 to pursue the programs that you want. That is the reality. And that is why we're pushing scholarships. And we're saying that in 2025 and moving forward, that a child or a young person coming from a poor family, that should not be an impediment between that young person and the realization of his or her professional dreams. We have entered a partnership with Mono University, where we are providing 50 scholarships, and this year we have decided to up it by an additional 25 to make it 75 first-generation scholarships. And let me explain what I mean by first generation. There are some students in this country today, and everybody here knows one, who from kindergarten all the way up to grade 6 transition into a secondary school. They dominate, they dominate, they dominate. But when they get to Form 5 and they do the CXC, CSEC, they exit with brilliant results. But the parents cannot go to the bank because they have no land, they have no property that they can put up as collateral to borrow monies for their children to study. We are saying in 2025 that is wrong, that is unacceptable for somebody to be, or a young person to be denied an education because they don't have land, they don't have property. We are going to find them wherever they are in St. Lucia. If they're from Choiseul, we will find them. If they happen to be resident in the Marbella Valley, we will find them. That's an easy find for me. If they happen to be from Vieux-Fort, we will find them. But we will encourage to apply, and we will take them by the hand and ensure that just as their counterparts who come from more affluent families, they too can get a university education to make a telling contribution to national development and rightfully take leadership positions in any sphere of national development. So we have students in Cuba, we have students in Morocco, we have students in Hungary, we have students in Serbia, we have students in Taiwan, we have students at UE Economic Cost, we have students at Monroe University, and we have students all over the world. And soon from now, I'm hearing that there are 2 additional European countries that will be offering scholarships to complement what we have just started with Indonesia. So I say this to say, the world is your oyster. The possibilities are limitless for you. It is okay to have land. It is okay to have whatever property that your parents would have set aside for you or inherited. But education is the most effective passport you can have in today's world. And that is why at every graduation exercise, I say to fifth formers that it is not only about exams, but we want to create global citizens. So that a child who exits our school system at grade 4 in the primary school or at Form 3 in the secondary school should be able to operate just as effectively as his or her counterpart in any developed country of this world. And history is replete with examples that 180,000 people were just a crowd at a train station anywhere in New York this afternoon. 248 square miles, a farm or 2 farms in certain parts of the world. But smallness of size should not be an impediment to what we can achieve. And I said history is replete with examples of St. Lucians who have demonstrated that we can be the very best of whatever we choose to do, not regionally or hemispherically, but on the global stage. 2 Nobel laureates, Julian Alfred, Darren Sammy, so many other brilliants, Dr. Winston Paris, St. Lucians who have gone out there and have projected us well. They have created a path for you to follow. Now you've been given an opportunity, a golden opportunity to build on that and to create your own legacies. Congratulations and best wishes in your future endeavors in Taiwan.